It's never too late than never. Think about it deeply. How many dreams have died because people believed they were too late? How many talents were buried because someone thought, I missed my chance. I'm too old. I should have started earlier. Now there's no point. And slowly, without realizing it, people stop dreaming. Not because they cannot succeed, but because they convince themselves that time has already defeated them. But today, I stand before you to say, no matter where you are in life, no matter how many mistakes you made, no matter how many years have passed, it is never too late. Never too late to learn. Never too late to change. Never too late to heal. Never too late to rise again. Never too late to become the person you were meant to be. Because as long as you are breathing, your story is still being written. Many people believe success belongs only to the young. They think if success does not arrive early, it will never arrive. But life does not work according to one clock. Some people win early, some people win late, and some people discover their true purpose only after years of struggle. A flower does not compare itself to another flower. It blooms when its season comes. And human beings are the same. Your timing may not look like someone else's timing, but that does not mean you are failing. It simply means your journey is different. Let me ask you something. If a person starts learning at 40, will they still become 45 after 5 years? Yes. But there are two possibilities. At 45, they can either say, I'm glad I started, or they can say, I wish I had started. Time passes anyway. That is why trying late is always better than never trying at all. Because regret is heavier than effort. Failure may hurt for a moment, but regret hurts for a lifetime, and history itself proves this truth. Take Colonel Harland Sanders, for example. Most people know him as the founder of KFC, but very few know his painful journey. Before success, he failed many times. He worked small jobs. He struggled financially. At the age of 65, when most people think life is over, he had very little money and only a chicken recipe. Imagine that moment. Most people would give up. Most people would blame life. Most people would accept defeat. But he believed in himself. He traveled from restaurant to restaurant asking owners to use his recipe. Do you know how many times he was rejected? More than 1,000 times. Yet he continued. And finally, one opportunity changed everything. Today, his story inspires millions. If he had said, I am too old, the world would never know his name. Another incredible example is Grandma Moses. She started painting at the age of 78. 78. Most people at that age think dreams are over. But she began a completely new journey. Her paintings became famous across the world. Museums displayed her work. People admired her talent globally. She proved that creativity has no age limit. You are never too old to discover greatness within yourself. Look at Nelson Mandela. He spent 27 years in prison. 27 years. Most people would come out angry, hopeless, and broken. But Mandela came out stronger. At the age of 75, he became president of South Africa. Think about that. Life delayed his success, but delay did not destroy his destiny. And that is important for all of us to remember. Just because your success is delayed does not mean your future is denied. J.K. Rowling also faced painful struggles. Before becoming successful, she battled poverty, rejection, and depression. She was a single mother trying to survive while writing a story many publishers rejected. But she refused to quit. Eventually, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone became one of the most loved books in history. Today, millions of children and adults around the world know her name. Imagine if she had stopped after rejection. Sometimes the world says no before it says yes. Morgan Freeman is another example. For many years, he struggled as an actor without major recognition. His breakthrough came in his 50s. Today, he is one of the most respected actors in the world. His story reminds us, success has no expiration date. Vera Wang entered the fashion industry seriously at 40. Before that, she had different careers and disappointments. But she restarted. And today, her name represents elegance and global success. She did not allow age to stop her reinvention. Many people are prisoners of fear. Fear of embarrassment, fear of judgment, fear of failure, fear of beginning from zero. But every successful person once stood exactly where beginners stand. Every expert was once inexperienced. Every champion was once weak. Every confident speaker was once nervous. Every successful person once doubted themselves. Growth always begins with discomfort. A child learns to walk by falling. A bird learns to fly by leaving the nest. A diamond becomes beautiful only after pressure. So why are we so afraid of struggle? Struggle is not proof that you are failing. Sometimes struggle is proof that you are growing. The saddest thing in life is not failure. The saddest thing is unused potential. Imagine carrying dreams in your heart for years, but never giving them a chance because you feared being too late. Imagine reaching the end of life filled with sentences like, I could have, I should have, I wanted to. That pain is deeper than failure, because failure means you tried, but regret means you abandoned yourself before life even tested you. Some people think age closes doors, but often age gives us something more powerful than youth: wisdom. Youth may bring speed, but experience brings understanding. When you grow older, you understand pain better. You understand patience better. You understand people better. You understand life better. Your age is not your weakness. Your experiences are your strength. The storms you survived already proved your power. There are people who restarted life after losing everything. People who rebuilt themselves after heartbreak, after failure, after poverty, after rejection, after illness. And do you know what made the difference? Not talent, not luck, spirit. The decision to stand up one more time. That is what separates winners from quitters. Winners are not people who never fall. Winners are people who refuse to stay down. Let us remember Steve Jobs. He helped create Apple, one of the most influential companies in the world. But then something unbelievable happened. He was fired from his own company. Imagine creating something and then being removed from it. Many people would never recover emotionally. But Steve Jobs started again. He learned, he grew, he built new ideas, and eventually he returned to Apple stronger than before. Sometimes life removes you from one chapter to prepare you for a greater chapter. Sometimes life breaks your plans. Sometimes life delays your dreams. Sometimes life closes one chapter unexpectedly. But endings are not always destruction. Sometimes endings are preparation. A seed must disappear underground before it becomes a tree. Pain often prepares people for purpose. And some of the strongest people you will ever meet are people who rebuilt themselves after life tried to destroy them. There is something powerful about beginning again. It takes courage to restart when people expect you to quit. It takes courage to believe in yourself after disappointment. It takes courage to continue when results are slow. But remember this: great things take time. The bamboo tree spends years growing roots underground before it rises high into the sky. People may see nothing happening, but invisible growth is still growth. The same is true for your life. Just because others cannot see your progress does not mean progress is not happening. Every small effort matters. Every day you continue matters. Every moment you refuse to quit matters. The world often celebrates instant success, but real success is usually built slowly. One small habit, one difficult decision, one extra attempt, one more day of discipline. Success is rarely one giant moment. It is thousands of quiet moments where someone decided, I will keep going. Sometimes people laugh at dreamers. They say, you're too old. You're too late. It will never work. But people often criticize what they secretly fear trying themselves. Never allow someone else's limited thinking to define your future. Because history is filled with people who succeeded after being doubted. The human spirit is stronger than public opinion. And let us remember something important. Success is not only about money or fame. Sometimes success means getting back up after depression, smiling again after pain, trying again after failure, believing again after disappointment. Sometimes surviving difficult seasons is already a victory. Never underestimate quiet courage. Remember one thing. Life is not asking whether you are young enough. Life is asking whether you are brave enough. Brave enough to begin. Brave enough to fail. Brave enough to continue. Brave enough to believe. Because the moment you stop believing in yourself, you stop growing. And the moment you decide to try again, a new chapter begins. So if there is still a dream in your heart, protect it. If there is still a goal calling your name, chase it. If life knocked you down, rise again. Do not bury your potential because of fear. Do not surrender your future because of age. Do not destroy your dreams with the words too late, because late success is still success. Late growth is still growth. Late healing is still healing. Late beginnings are still beginnings. And remember this forever. A person who starts today is already ahead of the person who keeps waiting for the perfect moment. Because perfect moments rarely exist. Courage creates moments. One day, years from now, you will look back at your life. And on that day, may you never say, I wish I had tried. Instead, may you proudly say, I took the chance. I believed in myself. I refused to quit. Because in the end, life does not reward people who only dream. Life rewards people who begin. No matter how late, no matter how difficult, no matter how impossible it seems. So stand up. Believe again. Start again, because it is always better to try late than to never try at all. And always remember, it's never too late than never. Thank you.